What's going on, everybody? This is Caden with Francis Cattle Company. Today we're down here in the bull pasture, and we just fed this Sardo bull we brought over here. It's been exactly a week since we brought him, and he's doing pretty good. He's got a good bit of grass in here, especially being by himself. I think this is about maybe a 2 to 3 acre pasture, because it goes on back out that way and it opens up a little bit. But yeah, basically, you know, he's got this all to himself right now. It'll probably be another couple days. Let me see, I know my papa said on the 8th of April he wants to put his Hereford bull in here, which is 3 days. Today's the 5th, so probably 3 days or maybe sometime next week. The Hereford bull will be moving over here, and probably should have took him out already, but there was a few late calving cows that he wanted to try to get bred. But either way, he'll be put in here with this little bull, and it'll just be them two. I have to get them a longer feed trough because I don't think both of them will want to share that. But yeah, he's doing good. You can tell he's been eating pretty good because nobody's been fighting him for a spot at the feed trough. So I'm hoping that I can get him up from now until probably middle of December to January, beginning of January. I'm hoping he'll get up to at least 1,500 pounds. Of course, eventually I want him to be, you know, 1,800, 1,900 pounds. He's got water, so. But yeah, I mean, I'm not a super good judge on weight. I used to be a lot better because I used to go to the sale barn probably about 3 times a week, so I could just watch something come through and about know what it weighed. But I've not done that in a long time, so I'm just not as good. But I'd say he's probably probably 700 pounds, 600-700 pounds. So he needs to gain, basically needs to about double his weight. But he's got a pretty good little while to do that, and for the most part he'll be grazing. So if he can get that plus some feed, and then towards the end he'll probably get some hay before we put him back over with them other cows. But he's definitely got some legs to him, so he's got some height. I think he could be a pretty good sized bull. But anyway, he's doing good, and he hadn't thought about jumping over the fence yet, so hopefully he won't do that. But other than that, there's not a whole lot going on. We'll go feed the other cows and check on them, and other than that though, kind of a slow week on the farm. Not really anything going on. Still waiting on 2 calves, but don't know when that'll be. It could be any time this month for the Hereford that's over on the lease farm, and then that black body cow, I don't know, it's probably going to be, I would like to say it'd be sometime in April or May, but it could be on into June or July, so I really don't know. But that's basically all we got going on today, so take a ride with me and we'll go check him other kids. Alrighty, so we just got over here to the lease farm and put out some feed for these cows. The main thing I want to do while I'm here is check on this Hereford cow. What you say? Them bulls, these last bull calves, they are really growing. But see if we can get a good look. She don't really have much of a bag going. It's kind of just back and forth. I know one week I'll say she's looking close, and then the next week it'll be she's not. So I really don't know. It's just kind of any day she could have a calf, and it might be another month or so. But yeah, there's a lot of grass over here though. I'm telling you. I mean, if you just kind of look out through there, it's green, and everything. Some places they've grazed it pretty hard. Like, I mean, right here it's not super long, but then there's also parts that's like this where, I mean, it's every bit of, you know, probably 8 to 10 inches long. So, and that's over the whole farm too. So that's what's nice, is that it's not just little patches of grass and then some dead, but everything's starting to take off. They knocked over the mineral feeder, which it was up here in that bare spot, and they pushed it all the way down here. I would say it was probably the bull, the big Brahman bull that's in here, but I've been meaning to check it because I haven't checked it lately. But they still have a pretty good bit of mineral in there, but it's definitely not in a good spot. And I really don't want to leave it down here, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to move it by myself. Probably not one-handed, but maybe here in a minute I can get it to move, at least back up here on this flat spot. But I don't really know what this is out here that's growing, but it's tall. Might be because they don't eat that. I have no idea what's growing out here. It looks kind of like switchgrass, which you can tell they've eaten some off the top of some of it, but cattle usually won't eat switchgrass that good. I've noticed at the house, we have like a few little patches of switchgrass in our pasture, and my F1 cow, I've noticed her eating it, but other than that I don't see many of the cows eating on it. So I don't think that they'd have to be having nothing else in here to probably want to eat that. So I cut my finger, I guess, on a piece of stick or briar or something when I stuck my hand down. But yeah, I'm pleased with how these cows are looking over here. I plan on bringing my 2 commercial Hereford cows from the house over here. One of them's open, one of them's bred. I probably will not worry about trying to put them in until this gray bull is out of here, because like I said in the last video, I don't want any of these cows to be having calves in the winter time. I like to have all my calves usually in the fall. Eventually I may do some spring calving too. I don't have the numbers for it right now, but if I could get this herd built up to 13, 14 cows, then my next goal is to start a herd of F1 cows, and most of them will probably be stuff that we've raised, stuff that was born over here, and I want to take those and put a black Angus bull on them. And basically the calves will be black baldies, but they'll just have a tick of ear to them, so in my experience with them, they've grown a little bit faster and a little bit bigger, so I would be looking forward to that. But that might be, you know, 2-3 years down the road. I don't know. Kind of depends on a few things. I mean, one would be how fast we can get the cows over here, and then once we get that, it'd be after we sold our first group of calves, because I'd need that money to then either buy some more or just have the money there to be able to lease another place, or, you know, maybe eventually buy a place. I don't know. So that's kind of my thinking, or my goal, is to fill this place up and then get another lease farm, and then just kind of keep growing our herd that way until we can either buy a place or you know, just eventually have enough lease farms where we feel comfortable that, you know, we've got enough cattle, and if we was to lose one lease, then it wouldn't be detrimental. Because right now, I mean, if I lost this lease, I'd have to sell my entire herd over here. I wouldn't be able to keep any of them, really. So that's kind of a big deal, because I mean, I'm young and I'm trying to grow my herd, and so I want to be able to have enough places to where if I have to, I could split this herd up and just kind of put them in other places so I can keep my numbers up. But yeah, I got a lot of plans, and, you know, just as long as I mean, I guess I have plenty of time to get there. So hopefully one of these days will be, I mean, I would honestly like to have about 150 to 200 mama cows at some point, but, you know, we're not there yet. We've come a long way, though. I gotta say, I started farming the summer before I went into the 7th grade, and so that's been about let's see, that's probably been, oh man, 9 or 10 years ago now. So yeah, I've been doing it for 9 or 10 years, and just slowly going from, you know, 1 or 2 cows to, I had 5 or 6, and then now we're up to there's 6 cows, or, you know, heifers and cows here, and then I got 5 at the house. So I've got 11 cows and heifers that'll be mama cows, and then I've got, of course, the bulls and calves and everything like that. But I mean, we've come a long way, so I just want to keep growing and keep going. And you know, that's kind of the point of this YouTube channel, is just to show the progress of us continuing to grow. And, you know, if one day it was to be able to get big enough to make some money, then it could help support the farm, it could help grow the farm, whether it would be in helping us to buy a place or rent more places, or buy more cattle, you know, something along those lines. And eventually I'm gonna, you know, really be trying to sell replacement heifers. So even if just having this YouTube channel can put my name out there for people to buy replacement cattle from me, then that's another advantage of having it, I guess. So yeah, I mean, I don't have the best genetics in the world, but I have come a long way, I think. You know, most of the cows I have, they're out of some registered stock, or they are registered. I just don't have all the paperwork on them. I do have some that I've kept papers on and everything, but I mean, you know, for a replacement heifers, as far as F1s go, you can have golden certified F1s, which is when you have a registered female and a registered bull. Now it'd be like a registered Brahman bull with a registered Hereford cow, and then both of them being registered, you can certify that, you know, it's out of registered stock and it is a true F1. But Most people, when they're looking for replacement cattle that are Brahman cross, they're not necessarily looking for that as much as just that ear on them. So if they're, you know, if they're half Brahman, they're going to have more ear. And so these black bodies, technically black bodies would be an F1 because it's it's a Hereford and Angus cross, and so it's two breeds. But when you get down to it, and genetically speaking, which I might bore some people here, but when you take the Brahman, that's Bos Indicus, and you take the Herefords and the other things, that's Bos Taurus. So they're technically two, you know, different species, if you will. So I mean, when you're going that route, it's truly two different breeds of cows, two different species of animal breeding, giving you this. I mean, this is the byproduct here. He's out of a registered Hereford bull and a registered Brahman cow, and he's a F1 tiger stripe. He's a true F1, but now he's a steer, so or he was, you know, being a bull calf, the F1 bulls aren't as desirable. So with him, we just steered him. He's gonna be beef, and you know, we're fine with that. Hopefully he'll taste good. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much, I'm just rambling at this point, but yeah, I mean, that's all we got for today. Still got the two cows in here that you know, could calve just any day, and that's what we're hoping really for this Hereford, is that she just drop his calf as soon as she can. So be looking out for those two calves, and then also we'll be needing to get this bull out of here pretty soon. I think my father-in-law will be ready for him here in the next few months, so when he's ready for him, we'll take him out of here, and then he can do what he wants. So I think he's going to breed one more time with his cows to him, and then keep all of the heifers out of those cows and him back. And so he'll probably be sold. If I had another lease farm too, I would probably try to buy him back, because I actually sold him to my father-in-law. But I mean, I would probably try to buy him back and get a little group of Hereford cows to be making some tiger stripe calves, because in my opinion, those are some of the best crossbred, best looking crossbreds. I mean, they're all, when you get down to it, most of the time they're all going to be just a better cow. But yeah, so anyway, that's all we got for today. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share the video.